What's up, everybody? So today we are going to be talking about a credit card option that has no credit check and that you can get up to $10,000 with. And I'm going to tell you some more details about that coming up. If you don't know me, I'm Will Frazier, your credit expert, bringing you the tips you need to get your credit back on track, because what goes down must come up. And if you want your credit score to drop 200 points, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified of any new videos I drop, just like this one. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about a credit card, no credit check, and it is a credit card and bank card combo. So you get a debit card and a credit card for this option. And I'm going to tell you how you unlock this credit card with some very good benefits in just a moment. But first, because you do have to have the bank account with it in order to use it and qualify for it, I'm going to give you some details on how that bank account works so that you can actually see what it is that you will be getting with that. And there actually are quite a few, benefits that you get with this card. So as you can see here, the name of the card or the bank is called Varo, and we're going to go over the details and everything right here. So, basically, it's one of those options that are out there to try to give you an alternative to regular banking situations. As you can see here, nothing holding you back. They have no credit check, so you don't have to worry about getting a credit check to actually apply for this account. If you have bankruptcies, or if you have issues with other bank accounts that you may have had that may have caused you to have some issues with check systems, they don't look at check systems, so you won't have to worry about getting denied the opportunity for this account. So this is actually a good second chance account that you can get if you having issues in getting a bank account as well. And it's hard to get a bank account, or nearly impossible to get a bank account, if you have a bankruptcy too. So this is one of those options that are actually good for you if you have a bankruptcy, which there are some other options out there, but they're few and far in between. So as I mentioned, no credit check, no minimal balance requirement to open up the account. They have no monthly fees, which a lot of banks now are charging monthly fees. No overdraft fees. The bank is definitely going to hit you up for those overdraft fees. So with this account, you don't have to worry about the overdraft fees. And no, there is no, physical location, but they do have 55,000 free, all-point ATM places where you can actually, pull money out that you want to use or whatever it may be. And some of these locations at like Target and CVS, they have listed here. I know a lot of you guys probably shop at Target, so I know that probably, is music to your ears, knowing that it's easy to find a place where you can actually withdraw if you're using this account. And they give you more ways to give you control over your money. They have the contactless payments here. So you see they have the chip, so you can actually just tap your card at checkout instead of having to insert your card. And I'm sorry, that's not the chip that does that. It is, this little logo here that gives you the contactless payments. They have free transfers, instant transfers if you know somebody else that has Varo. So if you, were to end up getting something like this for your family, then you guys could send transfers to each other instantly without having to worry about, waiting if they are at an external bank or a different bank. And deposits are FDIC insured, so, up to $250,000. So you don't have to worry about any, security issues as far as you using this type of account to replace your bank account. You can have direct deposit come into your account with this type of account, and they actually allow you to get your pay up to 2 days early. So that's a real big benefit. 1 day early is great, but being able to get it 2 days early, that's really good. So if you get paid on a Friday, you could actually get your money as soon as Wednesday, which could open up a lot of doors for you to be able to do some extra things, I'm sure. And they also give an advance. So you can get an advance of up to $100 with that. And of course, it's a few qualifications you have to meet for that. But the fact that they have the option there is, of course, great. And also you can grow your money, as they say here. They have a 3% APY on balances as low as a penny, they say. Now, of course, they have different options that can help you save. Like one of those options is you can choose how much you want to be automatically put into a savings account that you would open with them. And also you can round up the cents of every transaction that you make using a debit card, and it can put that into savings for you as well. Now, 3% APY is higher than most places, so of course you probably want to know how you would qualify for that. They basically start you off at 0.5%, But to get up to 3%, you just have to receive a total direct deposits of $1,000 or more for each qualifying period. You have to keep a daily savings balance of $5,000 or less in each calendar month. So not 5,000 or more, 5,000 or less. And you have to keep your bank account and savings account balances above or equal to $0. So basically, you don't want to go negative for the entire month. As long as you do that, then they reward you with that APY, which is pretty good. Now over here, this is the credit builder account, that they have, which again is no credit check and up to $10,000. And you basically determine if you're able to get that $10,000 credit limit. I'm explaining to you how in just a minute. But, this is a very good option because, again, as they say here, it will not impact your credit score. So if you're looking to build credit and you do not have a credit score, like I said, this is going to be something that's going to be very good for you to build up credit. They do report to all 3 credit bureaus. And because this is bank issued, you don't have to worry about this falling off of your credit reports. So that is also, something to give you a little bit of extra peace of mind while you're considering this option. And building credit has never been easier. A path to better credit from an entirely new kind of credit card. No minimum security deposit, so not like a usual secured credit card where you would have a certain security deposit you would have to put in just to be able to apply and see if you can get the secured card. There is no annual fee. A lot of secured cards when you're first getting started do have annual fees, so this is good. They don't have annual fee. And no APR, so you're not paying any interest on your balances on this type of credit card. And again, more details are coming. So basically right here you can see add money to your Varo Believe Secure Credit account. So basically, you're going to have your bank account. You're going to add money into your bank account that you open with them that I was talking about before. So you open up the bank account with them and put some money in. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to use your credit card for everyday purchases. So you'll make some type of purchase using this credit card and then pay your balance on time and in full, see your credit score directly in app. Now, basically the way that that's working, even though that sounds, pretty normal, what they're doing is when you make a payment using this credit card, what they're doing is they're going to take that amount for that purchase out of your balance from your bank account. Now, after they take that out of your balance from your bank account, they're going to put that into what they call a vault. Now, while the money is in the vault, you don't have access to it. You cannot take that money out. But what they do for you on your behalf is they actually pay off whatever you swipe the card for using that balance. So if you go use your credit card instead of your debit card, buy something for $200, they're going to take $200 from your bank account balance, put it in the vault, and use that to pay off your credit card. And then with that, you end up paying no interest. You end up paying off your balance, so you don't have to worry about, trying to pay off whatever the balance is that you have. And to determine your credit limit, they actually go by the total balance in your bank account. So that's where I mentioned it's basically up to you what your credit limit is going to be as far as up to $10,000. So if you deposit $10,000 into the account or have $10,000 in the account, then that would be what your credit limit would be. And, any purchases that you make, of course, would be your balance versus that credit limit. So this is how that card works. And it's a great way to keep yourself out of debt and to keep yourself from paying extra interest because they're already taking the money for you, putting it to the side and making sure that that credit card balance gets paid. Now, as I mentioned, you want to know how you can actually get this because it's not the traditional way that you would, get a card, especially because you're not actually getting a credit check for this. So this is how the bank account determines if you can get the actual card. So you have to have a minimum of 2 direct deposits totaling $1,000 or more in the last 90 days. So after you've had an account for at least 90 days, you have to have had 2 deposits that have at least totaled $1,000. So if you got paid, $500 a month and you got that over 2 months, then that will qualify you, to be able to get the card as far as the first thing. And then you have to be an active user of their bank account, the Varo bank account, without any negative balances for the last 90 days. So you have to also make sure that you haven't overdrawn the account within the last 90 days. And, there may be some additional qualifications, but those 2 are the most major things that they're looking for. Don't go negative and make sure you have at least $1,000 come in 90 months time. Now, right here, they do have a few comparisons just so you can kind of compare them to other secure cards. No minimum security deposit. Mostly you're going to see stuff about 200, 300, maybe 500 for a deposit. No annual fees, which most cards do. No APR, which most cards do, and usually high, especially on the secured card side. You can pay your card balance with secure deposit. They have that. You fully lock security deposit. Like I mentioned, basically they take money from your balance, put it to the side and secure it and use that to, pay off your balance. Helps you avoid runaway debt, as I mentioned, because of course you don't want to get into too much debt, especially if you're trying to get into the practice of, building credit and not going into debt by spending too much money. No hard credit check to apply. Secure cards usually still have a credit check. There are some that don't, but usually, like if you go to Wells Fargo, try to get a credit card, a secure credit card, they do still check your credit. So it is good that they actually don't, because you can be denied for a secure card in some situations. And credit reporting, they definitely do that to all three bureaus, as I mentioned. And, most secure cards do, because that's what people are trying to do. They're trying to go ahead and build credit. So that is going to be the Varo card. It does have, some very good benefits to it. You have to get the bank account in order to get it. And like I said, this is definitely, something that you want to consider if you're trying to build up your credit, especially because there is no credit check. Your credit limit can be up to $10,000, and they help keep you from going into too much debt by securing the money for you into their vault and then paying off the balance for you. And they definitely have some good options on the banking side. Now, of course, do your research and see if this is something that's going to work for you and make your decision accordingly. Now, if you are looking for some other ways to build up credit, I'm going to send you to another video that's going to actually help you in that regard. So please check that out. If you like this video, make sure you share it, like the video, and subscribe to the channel so you can get more useful information like this and other credit building tips. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I'll see you guys next time.